Hey, welcome back to another video of H&H Express model nscale trains. You know that I was working on that area over there for the windmill, but I discovered a design flaw in the track. So let me show that after the leader. So during my work here on the area and also in the live stream, you saw that I had problems here with the inner track over here, which has been rounded a little bit. It first went that way, but I thought, you know what, to get a smoother area, I'm gonna do it this way. This is the turnout which comes from Kevin's yard over there, and that will be for the bridge. So the bridge, which will become standing around here, and then it goes to that turnout. I have here a crossover, so when the train comes from this direction, so that direction, it can do it. Let me swing you a little bit. So when the train comes from here, then these turnouts need to be flipped. Then it can go into this area, and then that area to go to Kevin's yard. But what does that mean? Let me just pick a coach. So the regular way the train goes, let me put that one on here, is straight over there, and then it returns here, and it travels that way. You know that I have a little bit of a problem here because of the height, and this one is a little bit lower than that one, so this should be raised, but the problem is that I have an issue here because this track is a little bit lower than that track. However, you all know I'm using DC locomotives, and so controlling the direction is something different than controlling in DCC, because in controlling on DCC you put power on the track, and then you send a signal that the train needs to be traveling back and forth. Well, I need to change the polarity of it. If you have a loop, a single loop, which returns to the same situation, you also need to change the polarity. So that is happening here. So in this section over here, from here to here, the polarity of this track here needs to be flipped when I want to have the train. Let me put that one over here. So let me turn that one over. Come on. When I want to move it over and then eventually go to that side. So that means that the polarity of this track over here needs to be changed as well. So if a train comes from that direction, it needs to stop here when a train needs to travel over here. Well, in JMRI I already programmed it that these two switches will go together. But I also need to change the polarity of here, which I need to do in my power section. And that's when it occurred that when I do that, I have an issue, because I can't use this track. It's all the way that way. Let me swing you back a little bit. The power section ends over there. So that whole section over there will be power reversed. And I thought, well, maybe I can do something different. So it's not really, it is my design flaw of it. So let me bring you back in the situation which I had. So actually what I want to do is I would like to go to that point over there from Kevin's yard, go over this track and then come down here and join the track over here. Here is still a little bit of old cork, but I put sand on it already. So let me take a turnout, put it over here. I just put some paper on it because I don't really know if there is power on the track or not. I didn't check it before I switched it off. So let me just put a small paper here. So actually what I want to do, and it helps me actually in the design of it, I'm going to put a turnout over here and then put a track over here like this. And then join the track over here, then go it beside that, and then since this track is doing an incline and this track is doing a decline, it can cross over there where this wooden block is, and then join this track. That makes two things easier. First, controlling the train. So I can have this turnout switch, then I can have the train going into Kevin's yard. So Kevin's yard that way. Then next it will return back on this bridge, go into here, and then go back in the original route. So going back that way, going into the turnout over there. Let me turn you a little bit over there. Hope you don't get sick. So here, and then goes to the inner track. So it automatically goes from the outer track, going up to Kevin's yard, and then comes around here, and then here in the inner track. So that makes multiple loops possible, so that I have a train traveling into Kevin's yard, I can have a train traveling into Shadow Station, and I can have a train traveling to Aki Station, or I can have a train just taking the full loop without even have to worry about changing the polarity on this section, which means I can rip out these two turnouts. So still need to do that in JMRI. These two turnouts can be removed, and I only have to add this turnout. This turnout I already have, but maybe if I have one which is longer, the same like this one, but then what is it? This is a right-hand turnout and then a left-hand turnout. Then put them in here, which makes it much easier. That means that the section which I created over here, this section which I filled, need to be ripped out again before I can continue over there, and before I can continue with the backdrop. Well, actually the backdrop I can still work on, and that will be in the video which will come after this one, because I'm gonna put a backdrop over here as well, so it's connected to this one. So I use a small board over there, then I put a small board over here so that the backdrop, maybe it comes through here, depends on the width. Let me just check. This is the width of the paper. Then the backdrop at least comes to here, and then I will see what I have if I go down, because I still have this section of backdrop as well. Okay, it's the other way around, but yeah, if I'm gonna put it here, then it should be no issue. So that is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna rip out this area over here, and I will do that off camera so that the track is ready, and then we're gonna continue with the rest. So I hope you like this interrupted video in regards to the new windmill area which we are building. Then I'm gonna rip out these turnouts. For me, I'm gonna do that off camera, put them aside because I need to change in JMRI the way the track is gonna work. I'm gonna add this one. I need to check if this one functions correctly, and it does. So I'm gonna add this one in here, and then we're gonna build up a little bit slope over there, and that will be on the video. The position of the outer track, that it needs to come a little bit closer to this side, so it will be ending over here instead of over there. And there is a piece here which I glued in for that foam, so that's going to be ripped out so that I can pull the track a little bit to the front. So that's what I'm going to do off camera, but then we're going to build up the ramp together, work on the backdrop over there, work on this area of the backdrop, and then the rest you will see in other videos. So if you like this and if you want to follow me, just subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you can join the live streams, because I'm gonna change a little bit of schedule of the live stream as well, but you will hear that all in Tuesday's live streams, which will come soon. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.